And God got me saying, wow, wow, wow again, baby. Let me tell you, the way he shows up for me, like he knows everything about me. Like yesterday, I got an email from 3 years ago, 3 years ago from my neighbor, Marcy, that we meet in our neighborhood when I'm doing my runs. So she sent me an email from 3 years ago. So I was debating, should I contact Marcy? Should I mail her back? Her telephone number is there. Should I call her? In my thoughts, can you believe this morning I sit down by my prayer altar after my run? I say, God, what do you have to say to me? So the first page I went to, I didn't really feel like a strong high five, I call it, from him, right, guys? So I said, okay, it was 12 minutes past the hour. I went to page 12. Can you believe Marcy showed up there? The same Marcy, guys, that I debated about calling yesterday. How? How would Marcy show up there when I debated yesterday, sitting down at my desk yesterday, just debating, should I contact Marcy? Should I call her? Should I email her? That's the love I received from God, like the intimate detail involvement in every thought that I think, everything that I do. God is involved with it. And I'm there staring at this email from Marcy, guys. And out of 149 pages, for him to have me go to specifically to page 12 to say, see Marcy there, was again one of those alignments where everything lines up a little bit too perfectly. Nobody can tell me that was just a regular coincidence. There's another glimmer from God, strategically placed there at exactly 12 minutes past the hour for me to go to page 12. For him to reveal that his presence is always with me, guys. And that's why I'm so in love with my meditation time with God. Like, why would you want to miss out on this? I asked somebody today because she didn't have her appointment with God. I was like, why would you want to miss out on this? To know that you have the creator of the universe walking with you, you have his presence. You guys understand me? That we can walk knowing that we have God's presence with us, his invisible presence. So I'm just a God nerd here, that I pay attention to these wings to hopefully inspire you to have your own time with God. We need him. Let me tell you, this life is too hard. So the other wink I got from him, guys, was yesterday. I had to go and talk to my hubby about something, and I just said in my head, Nikki, remember Joshua 1:9. Haven't God commanded you to be strong and courageous? Because his presence will be with you wherever you go. So even in having this little tough conversation with the hubby, right? I said, okay, God, you go with me to have this conversation with him. And it's just that Joshua 1:9. Haven't I commanded you to be strong and courageous? That's what I'm thinking to myself, walking to talk to the hubba wubba. Can you believe today was on that same very page 12 was my God influencer, Kerry, my brother, in a message he did so many years ago about this Joshua 1:9 that I just wanted to share with you guys, and how his take on this Joshua 1:9, guys, that God's presence will go with us wherever we go. Then we must hold this verse with us, that we're not tackling our lives alone, guys, that God himself goes with us. So I'm trying to find that message from Kerry, but he said you could hold it like a tool. Just hold on to that verse as a tool as you walk through your day, that God himself is with you. So whenever you start to feel anxious, God, I know you're here with me. I know I'm not tackling this life alone. I know you are here with me. See, this was a picture with me and my daughter Ember. Be strong and courageous, for God is with you, guys. So the take from Kerry on this Joshua 1:9 says, study this. So this is my God influencer Kerry, guys, that I read on my appointment with God. After I'm walking to the hubby yesterday talking about this Joshua 1:9, thinking to myself, it says, this morning I will share from Joshua 1:8-9, and it says, study this book of instruction continually. Meditate on it day and night, so you'll be sure to obey everything in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all you do. This is my command. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. So this is Carrie. He said, this particular verse is extremely powerful because there are just a few things that stood out to me with it. We should always remind ourselves about a few things that God tells us in it. One thing of the things that stood out to mostly in this verse is when he said, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Sometimes we get into dark places. We go places and we think we're alone, but we're never alone, guys. And this is just one of those verses that you can repeat to yourself. You can keep in the back of your mind and just walk with it. Use it as a tool. Use it as a weapon against the enemy. Use it as a weapon against anxiety. Use it as a weapon against unsurety. That God reminds us that he's with us wherever we go. Okay, guys, so that was Carrie from how many years ago, but I'm still carrying that verse with me up until today, even to have a conversation with my hubby and say, Nick, come on, you got to be strong and courageous here. Okay, guys, so we're going to walk with this Joshua 1:9, that God's presence, his invisible presence is with us. So when I tell you guys about my God wings and how Marcy is showing up for me, it's just God reminded me that his presence is with me, that I'm not tackling my life alone. I got God himself with me, man. So I'm just a God nerd to say to you, wake up every day, guys. We need him. We need these awareness, these glimmers of his presence, that we're not tackling our life alone. So as we show up, guys, giving our very, very best in the physical realm, we can trust that God is at work in the spiritual realm, tweaking situations on our behalf, sending us people like this Carrie, who's increased my faith in him, sending us angels, sending us support, giving us his love, his guidance, his wisdom, man, that we can tackle our lives. So when I went to the hubby, it's just the godly values that I just have to humble myself. Honey, what do you think about this? You guys get it? So everything about our lives, this Joshua 1:9, meditate on this Bible, guys. These biblical and godly principles are what we need for our lives. That's why this verse says, meditate on it day and night, so you will be able to prosper and survive this life that's just too hard. It's too hard to do on our own, guys. We need God's wisdom. We need these glimmers from him to tackle our lives, okay? Just to know the most important thing, our relationship with God, and then God will give us the wisdom on how to deal with the people in our lives like this, hubby. Honey, what do you think? You know, just to submit myself to him, humble myself to him, say, honey, what do you think? You know? So the values from God, the forgiveness, the mercy, the going the extra mile in love and kindness and patience, guys. But at the same time, we're the strong, brave, tackling hard things kind of people for God. Okay? So don't miss out. I don't want to be this close to God by myself. I want the whole entire world here with me, knowing God. No coincidences, guys. We're going with the God winks, that God's presence is with us. You see the love I feel from him, for him to have Marcy thrown in on page 12 after he saw me yesterday debating about this, Marcy. The love. Nothing better than this, okay? So make sure today you tell God, I want a closer walk with you. I don't want Nikki to be this happy and close to you by herself. Don't miss out, God. The best life is with Papa God.